Derek and I are usually very private people, but because of this situation and my sister giving updates and prayer requests on social media, we've chosen to speak out about it and share. Like my sister shared, it was on Tuesday, July the 17th, 2.5 days later, that I woke up and they were able to remove me from life support. I've been told that people that have open heart surgery usually wake up a few hours later, but our situation was different. The doctors told my family that open heart surgery was the only option and they would focus on getting me stable, then were hopeful for a delivery after my heart was good. The doctor said that Gavin's heart was fluctuating because there was a 20-minute time period that I had lack of oxygen before they put me on life support. The reality is that my open heart surgery lasted 5.5 hours. They took a vein from my leg and they patched my heart in 3 different places. I've been told that during the most crucial time of my open heart surgery, Gavin was struggling more and it was too risky to take him by C-section, so they made a choice to focus on me. This is the raw reality of when medical teams have to, what they have to do in making choices. I know if I were given the choice, it would have been a different outcome, and I'll never forget really struggling with this reality. My OBGYN was so patient and kind, and he got tears in his eyes and said, "Jessica, you're a wife and a mother of 2 young girls, and we had to focus on you." Of course, that conversation happened weeks after I got out of the hospital. When I woke up from my 2.5-day sleep, I knew Gavin was within my womb, but it's only by the grace of God that I also knew his soul had gone to be with the Lord. This was one concern that the medical teams had. They feared when they told me that Gavin had passed that I would have another heart attack. But when I woke up, I knew he was no longer with us. I want to read another post that my sister wrote. It says, "Jessica is doing well today. The nurses stated that they have caught her trying to do more than what she's supposed to. She is in a hurry to move right along. She still can't talk, but signed to Derek to get her lip balm. She insisted he put it on her. LOL, not even awake 24 hours and already needs lip balm." The OB doctor came in and said she was in good spirits and understands that she has a 7th inning to play. He stated that he has no doubt she will be up for bat and hit a home run. All of the doctors have been very amazing and caring. The OB doctor said that it amazes him that she was here when this happened. God has placed his hands on her and put her here. Please continue to pray. The next 4 days are very blurry. I was highly medicated and just resting from everything. I was in this holding pattern at the hospital because I was in a unique situation. I didn't belong in the CCU or the ICU anymore, but I still needed to deliver my unborn child as a stillborn. They didn't know how my heart would react to labor and delivery, so we waited for my body to tell the doctors when it was time, and they were hopeful to get 2 weeks out. But on the night of Saturday, July the 21st, exactly 1 week from my medical coding, I started contracting. It was at this point the medical teams moved me to the labor and delivery area And that is when we knew that Gavin would be delivered soon. They immediately got my epidural in because they did not want me to be in pain. Derek and I decided we wanted our immediate family to have a prayer circle in the delivery room because it was going to be a miracle if we got through this process. It was a 12-hour labor that was like no other thing I've ever been through. It was the most peaceful and quiet time. It was like time stood still and we let my body labor down. I did absolutely nothing, and my body labored and birthed our stillborn son, Gavin. I want to share with you some pictures that we've never shared publicly before. These pictures show the raw emotion of a mother and father and family trying to walk through the unimaginable. Nobody ever expects to have a child pass away. All your hopes and dreams are gone with a life gone too soon. After the delivery, we were given some time to capture these photos, but the reality is that Gavin had passed away 1 week prior, and his body was frail and fragile, and our hearts were broken. It was 2 days after giving birth to Gavin that we were discharged from the hospital. We had been in the hospital for 12 days, and I had not seen my girls for those 12 days. We had a choice to protect and shelter them with what was going on, and my husband's family kept them busy with activities. All they knew was mommy and daddy had gone to the hospital to have their baby brother. I want to share with you one more post from my sister. She shared on July the 24th. I've never been more excited, overjoyed, thrilled, and blessed beyond belief to announce that my sister is being discharged. All the fighting has paid off, and now she can come home to her precious baby girls. The doctor said there's only been 300 cases recorded in medical history, even close to what she has been through. Her being alive today separates her from many. God makes us all unique in our own way, and I don't think there is any misunderstanding to what her purpose is from here. She has a long road from here. Now she will start physical therapy from home, and we will still have a memorial service for Angel Gavin, but there still has never been a more amazing feeling to know that she is strong enough to come home. Praise God. One would think that once you leave the hospital, you're good and the struggles are over. But what a lot of people don't understand is when someone has a child pass away, no matter what the age, the brokenness and the struggle never goes away. I was overwhelmed with my lack of physical abilities, overwhelmed emotionally and mentally. I was having a hard time processing what in the world had just happened to us. We went to the hospital to have our healthy baby boy, and we were leaving broken and empty-handed. To top it off, the staff had told us that we didn't need to have any more kids. I needed physical therapy, that most marriages fail when they lose a child, and I had about 12 different medicines that I needed to balance each day. On the 30-minute car ride home, I struggled. I cried out to the Lord in confusion and wondered why and how this happened to us. My husband listened and comforted me. He was the strong one holding both of us up. We arrived home to our sheltered, bright-eyed girls that had been awaiting mommy and daddy arriving with their baby brother. I'll never forget the situation when we walked into the house. They were so excited and then equally became confused and concerned because I didn't look well. I had a cut down my chest and leg from the open heart surgery, and I still looked pregnant to them. Our oldest daughter was in awe that her brother was with Jesus, but Kinsey, being 4 years old, couldn't process this information. The next several weeks were filled with confusion, tears, follow-up doctor's appointments, planning Gavin's funeral, and just coming to terms with our new reality. During this time, I also experienced what they call a hospital psychosis. I was disoriented, I was paranoid, anxious, restless, confused, and I was also hallucinating. I could hear a baby crying, and my body was producing milk because I had just given birth, but I didn't have a baby in my arms. I thought I was going crazy, and I was honest with my husband, and I told him something wasn't right. He made an appointment with a psychologist, and I'm so glad that he did. That psychologist explained everything I was going through, and that with this kind of trauma, it was normal. He explained that when someone has open heart surgery, there is a reconnection with the heart and the mind that has to happen, and most people experience depression. When someone experiences a loss, like a stillborn, and has a long hospital stay, they can also have hallucinations, and I was experiencing both of these things at the same time, to which would cause the hospital psychosis. After this meeting, things started getting better because I had a professional tell me I had been through a lot of trauma and just kind of normalized what I was going through. It was at that point in time that my husband and I chose to take it up with the Lord and just prayed a lot about it.